Hello guys, I'm Lenore Soren, and welcome to my video on Ikigai philosophy and its opposition to the philosophy of absurdism presented in Albert Camus' novel, The Stranger. So what is Ikigai? Ikigai is a Japanese philosophy that roughly means a reason for being. Iki roughly translates to living, while Gai roughly translates to worth. Ikigai, at its core, is about why life feels worth continuing, even when it's difficult, repetitive, or painful. It's not about chasing happiness nonstop, and it's not necessarily about success or wealth. Instead, Ikigai is about finding meaning in living. In Japanese culture, Ikigai is often found in small everyday things: caring for family, mastering a craft, contributing to a community, or even just doing a daily routine. It's almost never some grand purpose. It just needs to be something that makes waking up feel worth it. In the West, Ikigai is often represented by a diagram of 4 overlapping circles. The first one is what you love. This represents your passions, the activities that bring you joy and curiosity. They're things you do even if no one told you to. The second is what you're good at. These are your skills, your abilities, developed through practice, effort, and time. It's not just about talent, but what you're willing to improve. The third circle is what the world needs. This refers to contributions and how your actions affect others. In Ikigai, meaning often comes from being useful, needed, or relied upon. And the fourth circle is what you can be paid for. This is talking about sustainability, how you can continue living in a capitalistic society, such as America. Where these 4 overlap is commonly described as Ikigai. But not everyone finds all 4 at once, nor may this model be true for everyone. In traditional Japanese thought, Ikigai doesn't always include money at all. But Ikigai isn't the only way philosophers have tried to answer this question of meaning. Albert Camus starts from a very different assumption. He believed that human beings naturally search for meaning, order, and purpose, but the universe itself has none. This clash between our desire for meaning and reality's refusal to provide it is what Camus calls the absurd. Absurdism doesn't say that life is meaningless in a hopeless way like nihilism. Instead, it says that life is meaningless and absurd, but we should live with it and find freedom and joy through rebelling against the meaningless nature of existence. Camus argued that there are 3 common responses to the absurd. The first is suicide, rejecting life because it lacks meaning. The second is a philosophical or religious escape, inventing meaning to avoid confronting the absurd. Camus, he didn't like either of them. His solution was acceptance without illusion, to live fully, honestly, and passionately, not because life makes sense, but because we are alive. Camus explores absurdism in his novel The Stranger through the character of Meursault. Meursault does not search for meaning. He does not justify his life with stories about purpose or destiny. He lives almost entirely in the present moment. When his mother dies in the beginning of the novel, he doesn't cry. Instead, he notices the heat, the brightness of the sun, and his own physical discomforts. This emotional detachment isn't meant to show that Meursault is evil. It shows that he refuses to perform emotions he does not genuinely feel. In Ikigai, meaning is often created through connection and responsibility. Meursault rejects both of these. This is where Ikigai and absurdism fully diverge. Ikigai responds to a difficult world by saying, create meaning anyway, while absurdism says to live honestly even if meaning doesn't exist. Ikigai finds purpose in connections. Merceau finds freedom in his detachment. And before I end, I want to pose one final question to you. Is life without Ikigai truly empty? Or is it, like Merceau's, simply a life lived without illusions? Before I wrap up, I want to give a special thank you to the VTuber Ludi, who drew my PNGTuber art. Her work made this video possible and I am really grateful.